Get your hands up, yeah. To the floor, yeah.
Yo.
What's up?
Hi. You tune into another episode of
The 30 Plus Podcast.
Y'all needed a break? Y'all came
nice.
in with all harmonizing and all the things.
Right. Y'all welcome.
Flies and decency and in order.
Don't speak too soon, sugar.
I know it's early. I know we
Just
only
the
30
beginning.
seconds in, but I have faith. I have faith. Yeah.
I'm chilling today.
Yes.
What's up?
Huh?
You tune into the 30 Plus Podcast. It's your girl, Nneka X. The X is for expectation.
Oh, okay.
What
The
you
X is for the
expecting?
ones I set, not the ones other place on me, a.k.a. Neek Millie, a.k.a. the Pink Starburst General.
Okay. All right. Y'all know who it be. Microphone Mike, a.k.a. Mike the Menace, a.k.a. Fly Since Birth, a.k.a. Fly Ass.
The flock. Cause finish. Wrap this shit up.
Okay. Who is you?
Who is
Picky
you?
baby.
Please say the baby.
Yes.
Out of there.
You crazy.
How are you guys? How are things? How's life? All the things.
It's ghetto.
Is it ghetto?
part.
Yeah, you heard our last episode.
You
This
was
is
there.
not what I signed up for.
Well, you got to talk through it so you can go through it. So I was hoping things would be a little better today.
Right.
And I
mean,
take that as a no.
It is better than it was. It's just still.
It's just still.
But we smiling now.
Okay.
We move forward.
How you feeling there?
I am nostalgic.
Okay. The throwback eras.
Yeah, I've been finding solace. Like today, I was in the store and this lady pointed out to her son about the gel pen. She was like, "We used to love these as a kid." I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Right?
I got a gel pen.
Yeah,
I got a few of them still be
man,
using.
we used to collect them. Remember? You remember, Nneka? It was probably more of a girl thing.
Yeah, all the colors and
And then they
stuff.
got these little things like little gigapits.
Oh,
You saw them?
no.
I want one.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Yeah,
Not your emotional support animal.
Right.
I got a dog for that, and he grown. Y'all come get him, please. He's grown.
How you feeling, Nick?
I'm good. Color wise, I will probably say I'm like a little pink.
Okay. That makes
I'm
sense.
busy though. I ain't gonna hold you, but
All
we
right.
pushed through.
Booked
So
and
shit,
busy.
dark
I
pink.
ain't gonna.
Not
What's
a
it?
dark pink, fuchsia.
Yeah, fuchsia. It's another one. It's called like hexa something.
I don't know about
Color
that.
pink. Yeah.
My mama can only afford the regular colors. I ain't get the 64 colors to like middle school.
Okay.
Out of there.
Unless my art teacher let us use hers. Yeah, nah, we didn't get
That's
all that.
funny. You needed that. What is that pack? The 64 pack.
That's
of
what I
crayons?
just said.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah.
sharpener on them. I
Nah,
wanted one of them.
we had the 16.
Yeah, that's it. You got two
Okay.
rows. That's it. Make it enough.
Right,
If my mama say you
said
can't color with
primary
this, tell her
colors
find you
only.
something else to do.
Primary colors only.
Okay, all the things. What do you mean?
That's what's up. I think I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling back menacey. So what
That's
color would
not
that be?
good.
No, I think
Black.
that is good.
Black is like a menace.
Yeah. Okay.
Why black gotta be a menace though?
Right.
I don't know.
But it does. It feels like a menace.
It
Yeah.
is.
It
Black
does.
Air Force Ones.
Black
Yeah.
hole.
Black ski mask.
Yeah.
Black
Pooh
t-shirts.
shiesty mask. Usually black.
That's what it feels like. That's
Yeah.
true. I
Feel
feel like I
the
need
Pooh
one of
shiesty.
those. I
A
do.
poo shiesty?
I need to get one of
You
those.
gonna
yeah.
pass out in this Texas.
Okay, boy.
You go right ahead.
Boy,
better
you
get
almost
some water.
40. If you don't sit
Hey.
down somewhere, you gonna pass
I
out.
swear they be
Girl.
calling me an OYN anyway. So.
And then if
Okay.
you had
And
that
exactly
little
what you gonna look like.
Yeah,
on the ground, expect the CPR for some under 30-years
Man,
that
these
can't
kids
do
be
it.
out here in hoodies. I think I can survive a mask.
Your blood type not like their
Your
blood type.
yeah.
Look, I ain't built like that.
Yeah, they live off of Takis. They a whole new breed.
They come out.
If I'm talking.
I got 4 of them. I'm telling you, they ghetto.
They come out the womb with no iron. So
Thank
nah,
you.
that ain't what you want.
Facts, because that
That's
little girl
true.
keep eating all that ice.
Yeah, no.
I'm
What little
sorry, y'all.
girl?
Mine. These are
Okay,
these
that
are
little girl
primary
keep eating all the ice
experiences.
is crazy.
She do it. They say
Okay, without putting the address on the envelope. It's like, who are you talking about? There's 3 of us in here.
I'm the only one with kids.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I love that for you.
I don't.
Right. I'm happy for you.
Okay.
Somebody had to have them.
Yeah, there you go. Keep the population going. Keep
Right.
keep hope alive.
You
Baby,
did
my
something
baby
good for the
10.
earth.
Shout out to all these women that's in their late 30s and early 40s having newborns. Y'all got it, baby.
Where y'all keep trying to put me.
Baby, you gonna have a baby
Please.
by 45.
I'm my only baby.
Daddy, am I your baby?
I'm my only baby. Because ain't no way.
I know
At this
that's
point.
That boy say he want a big mama.
Hey, no, just me at this point.
Lord.
I want them traumas and them peoples. I just want to be alone. That's what my.
So this is the energy he come in with that.
Girl,
And
he
by
just-
the end of the show, he gonna want a wife and kids, and it's just
The
I'm
end,
tired.
the middle. Give us
I'm
2 more
tired.
statements.
Okay,
He
do you
finna
know?
want one and talk about how he gonna be a great husband.
Hey, I ain't never said that.
On your Libra scare, you in sins and forgiveness.
Nope.
I already said, like I said on our live episode, they are the thing from Revelations.
Hey.
Meaning to become lovers of themselves
Girl, I hollered.
and put a Libra next to it. That's right there.
Hey.
Yeah.
You
Same
need to
thing.
love yourself.
You do, but
Exactly.
leave space in your heart for others, please.
I do. Well, now I'm lying because there's an ice box where my heart used to be. I'm so cold. I'm so cold. I'm so cold.
He already got royalties off of it. Try something else. And you see how that worked for him. Now he over here being a male version of Drika and Lonely and trying to dance. Oh, Mario.
Hey, I'm just telling you where my heart at. I don't know what he got going on.
He chilling. His level of peace is I want to achieve that. He don't care.
That's
I
what
love
happened
that.
when you got an ice box where your heart used to be.
Ain't no ice
I'm
box.
telling you. That's how it go.
He
That's
fell
what
in
I'm
love
into.
with a very
Hey, you
nice
hear it?
lady after that.
Everybody a nice lady.
They gave him 2 kids.
I agree with that too because they not.
We talking about you.
What's the topic for today? Somebody tell me.
You.
something.
Your shenanigans. If you shenan,
Watch.
he's going again.
Again and again.
Yeah, trying to cha-cha on the playground.
You know me.
That's how we gonna do it.
We both on.
Yes. So this is the 30 Plus podcast where we talk love, life, and lessons after 30. Now, all right now, y'all. Welcome back to the space where real talk meets grown folks business. You're tuned into the 30 Plus podcast. And today, baby, we're talking about the most powerful word in the English language. No. Yep. That's it.
Universal. In
Just
every
no.
language. No.
Yeah.
No explanation, no apology, no follow-up paragraph. Because listen, somewhere between trying to keep the peace and not wanting to ruffle feathers, we forget that no is a complete sentence.
Yep.
You don't owe access, you don't owe over-explanation, and you definitely don't owe anyone your peace. So today we're going to unpack why no is not rude, not selfish, but definitely very necessary. So let's get into it.
I don't like the word no. You tell me no. I don't even I don't even talk to you no more. We ain't even cool after that.
So when was the last time you said no and didn't feel guilty about it?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I say no all the time. But I don't feel, I feel like I don't really feel guilty about saying no because I'm a person, if I say no, it's because I genuinely got something going on or can't do or, you know, what it is. I don't feel like I ever say no out of,
Spite.
out of spite or out of, out of just being revengeful or anything like that. If somebody asks me something and I genuinely can't do it, I'm not even going to say no because I don't even like the word no. I'll just be like, oh, I can't, do that right now, or, it's not in me. I don't have the capacity or whatever it may be. But I just don't like the word no, and I hate being told no. And I really do have a thing. Like, you tell me tell me no 3 times in a row or 3 times period, and that's a wrap on me and you. Like, that's just how I've been and always will be. I just don't like that word.
That only work romantically because we tell you no every time you want something from our house and you keep coming back.
I said 3 times. No,
You said 3 times already
okay,
today.
just today.
Okay.
So that must not apply to us.
I guess that is only romantically.
Yeah, because what?
Can I?
Say no,
No.
he keep walking.
What up? No. Did you? No.
Okay. That's all right. That's because I'm usually good into turning no's into yeses. So, and then if I don't, then it's like,
Well,
I
go
move
into
around.
sales because listen.
Yeah, I am in sales. All I do is sell.
Exactly.
Fly sales stuff, just in case y'all know. Check that out. on my
You ain't pay for no sponsorship. They go for in-house too.
Look, hey,
Get your mic
you
turned
said it.
down.
I'm
Did we
just
talk
telling
about
you.
this?
You gonna be talking about turn my mic up some more.
a
Up
little bit
more.
louder now. Play with me. I don't know. I feel
Mute
like
him.
that was disrespectful. I mean, I guess the way you said it could be disrespectful. But
What? No.
yeah, depending on how you say
So
it.
if I
it'd be
say no?
disrespectful. No, for example, like I asked somebody, did they want to go out to eat, and catch movies or whatever,
And they said
and
no.
they said no, just like straight no, just no, like
And
that's
you,
what they texted
your
me
ego
back.
was bruised.
No, I didn't text nothing else back. It was like, all right,
As a
like
text.
Yeah, it was a text.
So you couldn't tell the tone.
The tone was no.
I love that for her. Was she a Cancer?
Yeah, she was a Cancer. Yeah,
because we
And
go
I hate
about our
Cancers
day.
now.
No, we move on to the next thing.
Well, no. I mean, she said no. I didn't reply at all. I mean, because I respected her no, because no is a full sentence.
Well,
and
thank you
then,
for that.
know, she did message me back explaining why she said no, because I, left her on red. Because, like I said,
I know
only
you
got
did something.
You leave me.
Oh,
yeah.
no. You saying she responded after you left. So what was her reasoning, if you don't mind
Well,
sharing?
after she realized I didn't, say nothing, and because I texted her friend what she was doing instead.
Oh, that's sad. Never mind. You can stop right there. I don't even want to hear no more. This is some fugazi.
Then she texted me
Wait,
back.
but I'll like to show up.
Hey,
Girl.
it's Mike the Menace for the rest of the summer. But
Don't play with that counsel like that. You gonna hold your chest before she do.
oh no, I ain't got. I just told you it's the icebox where my heart used to be, so it's all right. She the one who messaged me back explaining why she couldn't go and saying she was sorry.
That was nice of her.
Yeah, she just did that because I reached out to her friend, and her friend told her. I'm pretty sure. So
The thing is, the gag is though, they don't care.
I don't either. That's the biggest.
She high fived and tagged her friend.
Nah,
I do it all the time.
hey, whatever. She can pass her friend this way too. Well, the friend want to get passed anyway, and she ain't gonna tell me no.
This
But
This is not supposed to be life after 30s, ladies and gentlemen.
it ain't supposed to be. I don't know who told you that. Life is could be whatever you make it and want it to be.
The wrong show, wrong show.
No, it's positive.
We are here to help.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, no, you are wrong, lady. I'm gonna need you to understand that life after any age could be whatever you want it to be. Just don't let the no stop you. That's the only way to stop being what you want it to be. If somebody tell you no and you listen, keep on pushing.
Anyway,
We're not doing that today.
I say no with no stipulations. No,
Okay,
it's probably not gonna be an explanation. I say no every day.
you look like a no sayer.
No, I'm really not. I was always I'll see what I can do.
Okay,
And then I would probably more than likely actually make it happen. But then I get the short end of that. So I'd be like, no.
when did you start enforcing your no?
In the last year.
Okay,
I was saying the last year.
all right.
Yeah. It feels great.
What made you enforce it?
I got tired. You talked about this before too, showing up and being there for everybody, and then when
Yeah.
it's your turn, it's like they MIA.
Yep.
So remember, I told you I put my family on restrictions from parties. We ain't had a party there yet. I meant that. You see what my birthday gonna be at a park? I mean that. My house is closed. I ain't baking nothing. I ain't bringing nothing. You want me to contribute? I'll send you some money. I'm not
that's
cooking
good.
jack diddly, and I mean that.
All right.
It feels great. And I tell my kids no. That they used to be the hardest. To tell them no, because it's more than one of them. So I'd be feeling like they, the baby, they weigh the baby on. I'm like,
Do you think they understand that no is a just complete sentence? Like, do you tell them no and they just walk away, or when you tell them no, do they try to?
It depends on the kid.
Oh, okay.
It depends on the kid. It did. Them girls, man, them some no limit. So they're like, all right, cool. They gonna call their granny or somebody on me, and they gonna call. Well, I'm gonna just give Abby $100. Well, you do what you got to do, because I said no. You play with her. Don't play with me. I said no.
I said no limit soldiers. That don't matter to them. Huh?
Them
No,
girls
don't mean
something
nothing
else.
to them.
Them girls something different. That oldest boy too, he gonna throw a fit. He the emotional one. That Scorpio a little emotional. He gonna throw a fit and say his life's over and all that extra. And I just be like, hey, I am not a suburban mom. You are. You're the suburban kid. I'm hood. I don't care.
We just live here.
Yeah, you want to leave? Please don't take anything I bought. Please and thank you.
This food.
Call me when you get there.
Out of there.
I don't know. And you can't take my phone, Erica Badu.
Out of there.
I pay for it. So yeah.
So who or what taught you that saying no was wrong or mean?
Kids.
Like growing up, right? Who told me no? I mean, I feel like I never had nobody tell me that no was bad or anything growing up. I feel like growing up, they used to tell me to say no more, because I feel like I've always been like a nice person who, I'm the kid that we hooping at the court and saying, oh, can I play with your basketball? I'm like, yeah, I ain't tripping. You know what I mean? Oh, can I ride your bike? Yeah, just, don't go out of eyesight. You know what I'm saying? But so I feel like as, growing up, my parents used to tell me, you need to start telling people no, because, people will borrow my stuff and have it for however long, and I wouldn't be tripping about it. And they'd be like, where's your, I'm like, I don't know, what's called got it? Like, why? Because I let them use it. Why you ain't tell them no? I'm like, I didn't know. So, like, I feel like my parents, used to tell me I need to tell people no more. So I feel like growing up, they told me that. But I feel like I didn't actually start saying no more until I got like grown. And that's when I just started getting irritated by people, you know. like, you know, you start getting irritated, it's like, you know what? No. Like, what? No. You know what I'm saying?
I can hear you.
Yeah. So
And then, you know, you squeak when you mad.
yeah,
No, because
facts. So I feel like when I got older, that's when it was more of me taking charge of just saying no, because the people started getting on my nerves and start irritating me, and I started feeling like people were getting over on me. And I don't even like saying no, because I feel like I do like to be that person that people go to for things, because everybody know, you know, Mike T got you, and just because I'm a real one, the realest everybody know. But still, I have a problem telling people no. But if I do tell you no, that means it is what it is, and it ain't no coming back from that. So. What about you?
I think I was way meaner as a kid than as an adult.
Were you?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
she
it was like
hell.
a no. I mean, because I didn't
You
have
said
to.
you could tell.
I think so.
Wow.
That's fine. I received that. I didn't have to share, really. Now that I think about it, because
That's
my
true.
sister and I are 9 years apart. There's only 2 of us.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to share. So everything was mine. I didn't have to, you know, I lived in a 2-story. The whole upstairs was mine. My parents' room was down. I didn't have to share
Yeah.
anything.
Spoiled.
You lived the
So,
life. The girl.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tell them about your little casinos.
What you talking about?
When you used to go with your family. She rich.
Don't do that. I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, I didn't have to say. As an adult, I think I got a little more feelings as an adult. But then I learned as an adult that didn't serve me, so I have to redact that.
You had it right the first time.
Yeah, y'all the one that had it wrong. So now you're doing without. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's run this back. Now I'm just saying, I'm not mean now, but
Found yourself.
I developed boundaries as an adult, which kind of helped me temper my nose. But I really don't like hurting people's feelings, and if I can help people, I will. So,
Do you feel like no is a boundary? Like, do you?
no, it's definitely a boundary, because if
are.
you don't, you know, like I've always said, you know, you let people slide that build a playground.
Facts.
So that one little yes, even, you know, that short part of hesitancy, people like, oh, let me see how far I can go.
Yep.
And we're going to push that boundary again. Okay, well, she said yes to this. Let me see how far I can go to this. And then you're like, well, wait a damn minute. Okay, hold on.
And then you snap. Now you the bad person.
now you bad. You know what I mean? Okay, now it's no.
Yeah.
Not no, but hell no. And then here we are. So, yeah, no, as a little kid, I think I had it down pat. I shouldn't have changed.
Look, that's the way it was.
That's what it was.
You were
know
the
what I mean?
blueprint, sugar.
I was the blueprint. I was like, okay, well, everybody else saying yes, maybe I should kind of rethink this. Like,
I was definitely the opposite.
I went out here giving
Me
stuff
too.
like that. Because what? No.
Like, no.
Adults and everybody. Family, no. You want to go to her? No.
Yeah.
Can she come? No.
Yeah. See, I started that way, and then I would say circa 9 is when people are like, well, that's mean.
Oh, no, I was good and grown, baby. I was I was at least college before I had feelings. I was like, okay, maybe I should be nice to you.
Maybe I should be nice.
And the crazy part about it, I didn't go with our friends. I didn't lack friends. As no heavy as I was, people understood it though.
Yeah.
They
Usually when
respected
they
it.
respected my no.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, let me ease up, because y'all are respecting the no.
Yeah.
And then they stopped respecting the no. So let me get back to this, because
Remind them.
let me remind them what no feel like. Because y'all thought it was sweet around here.
I have one of these in my house. It's a Leo, though.
Well, that's a fire sign.
Yeah,
as
that's why
I.
y'all best friends.
That is my best friend.
She is the no and don't care. Okay, and we'll rub her feet together while she
Yeah.
said it. And look at you like you still here. I said no. I don't care about
You
you being
still
my
here?
mama.
That's me. You still here?
Yeah.
With the foot
I was
down.
like, Phoebe, you
like-
want to come help me do this? No.
Yeah. That's how I was, little girl.
Everybody else be like, Ma, or they want to say no, but they feel bad. And I heard no, and she gone back in there. You want me to get you some water though? I be like, I ain't asked you for that. Oh,
Okay, well, I'll tell you what I can do.
Right?
Take it or leave it.
This is what you're getting from it.
Okay.
And the rest of it's going to be no.
Yeah.
No, and no.
no, and no.
Yeah. So on boundaries and growth, I said, do you guys think our generation struggles with saying no more than our parents? And if so, why?
No.
Yeah, I think our parents probably allow more than we do.
Yeah. They do for sure. Cause we tell them no now.
Yeah.
That's facts.
With no problem.
And they are confusion.
They are. They're like, I'm your mama. Hello. I have kids too.
Heard you.
No.
You thought I don't remember what you told me when I was a kid?
Correct. You're not
You
one
know
of
how
no
many
friends.
times you told me no when I was a kid? What you talking about?
No, girl, we got McDonald's at home.
Exactly.
Girl.
Oh, can I get no? Oh, can I go to no? Hey, what's it called? Come over? No. Okay. All right. Oh, baby, you want to know? What?
Yeah.
Look,
My
tides
mama
a
got mad
turn.
the other day because she wanted me to come get something and had to come open the door. Where's your key, baby? Told me to stop using my keys without your permission, baby. I don't even know where they at. Open this door. Thanks.
Yeah, that's crazy. But nah, that's exactly how it was. I feel like growing up, like, you know,
Yeah.
parents, you know, always told us no for the things we want. So I think nowadays,
On purpose.
on purpose, like on
Like
purpose,
legit
we
to
be
not
quick
need
to
to
say
say
no.
no.
Like,
Yes.
oh, can you bring me now? You got what's called at home, right? Don't we got McDonald's at home? Oh, okay, no, I ain't buying you nothing to eat. I
Nothing.
catch us at the house.
Oh, this is my favorite line. Don't you got a husband?
Yeah, so
Ain't he there?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
That's my answer now. But as a little kid, I really, again, maybe because they had such a gap with us,
yeah.
it wasn't too much nose going around. And by the time I came around, they was tired. They was like, yeah,
Girl,
go
do
on,
what you
sister.
want to
Yeah.
do.
'Cause
Don't
I don't
kill
even care no
yourself.
more.
Got a car at 16, drive. Okay, take yourself. Be home at that. Okay, all right.
All right, can I
That
try
was
that?
the life,
Nope.
boy.
Yeah, so I think they was tired by the
Take me
time.
back.
So, but as far as their life is concerned, I'm not sure. I don't know.
I think so.
I think from a personality standpoint, the mother usually say no more than
Oh, yeah.
the
The
dad.
dad.
Mhm.
And that's universal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely. I remember growing up, like my sister used to anything I did, she would be like, "Well, whatever my childhood nickname get to do it." And she was like, "He get to do it. Like, why can't I do it?" Because they would always tell her no. And I be like, "Don't worry about what I'll do, sweetheart. Oh, can I go do this? No. Like, why can't I? Because you're a girl, he a boy." So she used to hate that though. Like she
That's funny.
now, oh my god, you can't tell her for nothing. No to nothing.
Ain't no to
Ain't no
anything,
no.
right?
She doing
And
whatever
you know,
she
it's
want.
funny. It's the opposite with me.
That's funny.
Because although I probably was the worst one out the bunch. From a behavior standpoint, I also had the straight A's. So why would you tell me no? It's not affecting
Right.
nothing.
Exactly. That's why she
And
understand.
then my brother's definitely, man, she just broke this. Man, she just punched this person. Yeah, but what your grades look like? Mind your business.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, they hated it. Now I didn't like the no came if like I didn't drag one of them after a while. You know when they got old enough. When your brother
You
gotta
gotta take
go.
one
Oh,
up.
baby, I'm
Yeah.
gonna stay home because
Yeah.
don't even worry about it.
Look, I always want to go. They gotta go.
Yeah, because
I'll take that no.
And it wasn't even that I wasn't doing nothing. I ain't had no business. It's just they was just Aggie.
That's crazy.
That's funny.
So why do you guys think some people still feel like they have to explain themselves after saying no?
Trauma.
Yeah.
They so used to. I dated somebody like that. Like if he'll be like, I'm finna go to Brandon house. I'd be like, all right, let me know when you get back. Well, we finna do it. Baby, I ain't asked you that. And I used to say, I ain't asked y'all that. And he used to get offended. I'm like, you don't have to do all that. I don't really care, to be honest. If that's where you at, that's where you at. That's where you're going to be. But he had got used to the person before me not being insecure or maybe having like a separation anxiety almost to where they couldn't do too much separate to where he didn't understand that I was cool with that. And that poor baby ran himself ragged. So I used to just have to let him. And now I got an attitude because you telling me some unnecessary stuff. I'd rather use my brain cells for something more important. But that baby used to have to walk me through the steps, A to Z. So I think that had a lot to do with it, just his previous relationships.
Most likely.
Yeah.
I think no is such a hard stop for people sometimes that, you know, you almost feel like you do owe an explanation. No, because I think for me personally, I don't like seeing people sad.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
I
love
can't
that for
do
you.
it, but
Yeah.
this is why. It's almost like the empathy part of you kind of plays a part. Like, I'm not just saying no because I don't want to. It's no because I can't. A lot of times.
But is that case by case?
Definitely case by case.
For everybody.
Yeah, for sure. But for people that, you know, you are used to helping and, you know, you probably would like to help and can't, you often do have you often feel like you do have to owe an explanation. Like, just for instance, for instance, you got $100. No, I would like to, but this, and this, you know.
Yeah, because you
Follow.
don't want them to feel no type of way.
Yeah. When you probably shouldn't care, but sometimes you're like,
I could see that.
especially if you want to help that person, I think you a little more inept to offer a follow-up explanation for that.
Yeah, I think it's if you definitely want to help somebody, I feel like it's more of a, you want to tell them a reason why you can't.
Right.
So it's not like I just don't want to. Like it's not. I think it's like when you don't want to say no, but you have to say no because of circumstances. And I think that's why I do it. And I think some people do it just because of their own insecurities. And I feel like some people do it because they don't want to hurt your feelings, or they don't want you not to be sad, but they don't want you to view them a certain type of way or feel no type of way towards them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when, for example, that girl, I feel like she came back with an explanation just because she didn't want me to feel some type of way. Because
Which means she care.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, I guess that's true. I do feel like if you offer an explanation after you say no, it's because you do care.
Yeah.
You do want that person to know. My bad. That you're not saying. I know, right? That you're not saying that.
COVID?
Throw a church finger up so we can.
You be all right. No.
Sorry, guys.
Let me call the CDC.
That ain't the time to say no. I'm gonna know your damn right.
You heard me talking about, let me call the CDC, because what? Falls is still in the house.
But I do feel like a lot of people
took the
do
shot.
that. You know what? Bring out that card.
Don't start. Leave all the cards where they are.
But
You living on the freeway, diminution, man. You know why?
But I do feel like a lot of people, like when they say no, it's more they want to protect your feelings. I feel like it's just a kindness thing because, like you said, the empathy part, and I just feel like they don't want you to feel like it's malicious. Like it's more of like, I'm just telling you no because it's something that I really just can't do.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's so sweet.
I feel like that's why they over-explain.
Cookie, your thoughts?
Yeah, like I said, it probably has to do with like being in the habit of having to, or like y'all said, even to do with the empath, them feeling bad. For me, it is definitely a case. I only explain to people I care about.
Yeah, same.
And if it's not obvious, my no is not obvious, I'll go into an explanation. But like, so just on a general basis, I probably won't explain because I feel like I said no.
what about the different no's?
Like I do. I'll be like, no.
Right.
F no.
Hell no.
I don't even say hell no. I
do
say
it all
F
the
no. I
time.
go straight
Hell
to the
no.
big thing. Cause what?
Hell no. That'd be
Not
me.
doing
Because it's
that.
on my, then there's the nonverbal. You just be like,
They can't see that thing.
oh,
Which
well, you
which
just
no
like,
which right like they saw that
Yeah.
catch that on the recap. She'll
recap
redo
coming
it again.
soon. I do it again for y'all.
What's the worst no then? Like what's the worst no somebody could tell you?
I
that
think
make you
the
feel-
worst no that somebody could tell you is if it's a malicious no.
Okay.
If it's like for example, if there is something, a service or something that I have that would benefit y'all, especially as my friends, and I
Yeah.
just tell you no just because I'm gatekeeping or some fool gazing, I think that's whack.
yeah.
That is so whack.
That's the worst.
That is so whack because I don't know what that is going to do for you.
Yeah.
You know, if there's a resource that you can provide that's going to better this person, that's whack. I've helped people I don't even mess with just on GP.
No gatekeeping.
No
over there.
gatekeeping here, but there will be a fee moving forward.
That part.
Sorry.
No, I agree
If you
with
ain't on the VIP, it's a fee.
What you think the worst no is?
I think when there's emotions involved.
Oh,
yeah.
like relationship.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, that could be part of it. I think just
Will you
emotions.
marry me? No.
The relationship over after that.
Because what is that to do?
There is nothing else to do. Like that
I feel
is
like
the
that's the worst
Optimus
no,
Prime.
Only way I think now would be acceptable in that time is if you are doing it for the wrong reasons. So say
yeah.
you cheated and then you come in with this ring.
Yeah, trying to make
You know
it
the
better.
answer is no. So why are we doing this? But at that
Girl,
point,
get out of my friend though, please. Get off of my street, okay?
yeah. So
Because I used to have to get that baby a pep talk every holiday. Don't cut up. Don't you do that. I used to get nervous. I see them little Zales box. I'm like, oh, it's some earrings. All right, we're good.
yeah, come in, sit down.
Please.
I'm barely here. Don't
Hello?
sit on your knee.
Talk,
Yeah,
clock it.
yeah. No, don't do that.
That's funny.
That is, that's real life though.
No,
Shit.
that's one of the
I
worst
forgot all
no's.
about
That is one of the worst no's.
That is, and you know, I never understood why the woman get mad when the man don't want to be with her no more. Ma'am, you told him no.
Exactly. What else?
Yeah.
What is he supposed to do?
Yeah. I guess you can't move forward after too many no's, right? After a certain no's, you can't move forward.
What
That's
you mean?
one. I mean, because that's the
Yeah.
next level. So
I'm
if you
like,
tell me no.
that's how many more no's you want after that?
I mean, right?
That
But
is
I
the
just
ultimate no.
think, and correct me if
Come
I'm
on,
wrong.
devil's advocate.
No, it's not saving them in it by
Uh.
any means. My thing is, you kind of have an idea
Absolutely.
what her answer is going to be before you drop that knee. I would think. Like,
I
read the
feel
room.
like, yeah.
They
I mean, I
be
feel like you
doing.
should know.
Like
So
you
a lot of
said,
times when those women say no, inkling has been kind of given. Like, I don't think we're ready for this, or a situation that has happened that you know she not in a place to be like, yes,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. That would be my
how
thing.
y'all
What about
feel-
you?
Yeah.
Well, that would be my worst no.
This your worst no?
Well, that one I feel like would be my worst no. Like you proposing somebody and they tell you no. Like,
Yeah.
like you said, where do you go from there? Like after that's a wrap.
Yeah, because I think you can kind of get over everything else.
Yeah, like
No to a job, no to
Yeah.
things because you can find. I mean,
No
and
to
you
a
can,
vacation.
yeah, like I can't do this right now. You know,
No, you
no
can't
and
have
not yet.
this car.
no, I can't come over. No, you won't come over.
Oh, don't ever tell me no, you can't come over.
I hear that all the time.
Because if I, oh wow.
No, I can't come over. I'm like, man.
Oh, they tell you no.
Well, you know why they saying
You
that.
know why they
I
tell
know,
you no. They
right?
listen to the podcast. I'll tell you no too.
Oh my god. Anyway,
Yeah.
somebody did literally just tell me that they can't listen to our podcast no more because
They
of
took-
the things that I be saying. She
They
was like,
found out
I
your
can't
truth.
be, I can't be cool with you and listen to your podcast. That's what she told me.
So did she choose the podcast over you? I hope so.
Nah, she
Because all
chose
my
me.
exes live
She
in
chose
Texas
you?
like a
Yeah,
George
she said she
Strait.
just can't listen to it no more.
Well, girl, tell
'cause-
your friends to subscribe. Because what?
Okay.
Well, hey, she ain't listening, so you
She ain't got. She don't have to tell the podcast now. Just tell your friends to.
right. Hey, she said she couldn't deal with the things that I say on the podcast, and that I feel that.
That she feels
Oh well, yeah, that she feels that I'm
not the same person.
that I feel like feel like I'm above everything and nothing.
But she still want to deal with you.
Of course,
No victims, just volunteers.
exactly.
Girl,
I'm like, how am
don't
I above everything?
Don't
I
worry
just
about it.
care.
You got you one. Congratulations. See a sucker, look it up.
I mean, she just listened to the podcast and she probably fits in some of the categories that I say I don't even deal with. So, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
So have
too
you
old
ever
for this.
ghosted a situation just because you didn't want to say no out loud?
Out
Yes,
loud. Yeah,
I have.
I have. I have.
Because you didn't want to be the one to say no.
No, I just felt like my no would have incited an argument. And I'm not in that space with
yeah.
anybody. So I just went ahead and just blocked the baby and gone on by my day. It was just easier. And then I felt like it was a little narc behavior too, because that person's response before I was finna say the no was, this person was trying to talk to me and they didn't pan out how they needed to be. And so when they did try to come around and be that, I was like, I don't think we're in that space anymore, blah, blah, blah. And they was like, well, just give me a chance because I had life going on. I said, baby, I got life going on every day. A text message, 2 seconds, right? Yeah. So he was like, you're right, but give me the opportunity. And I was like, nah. And before I could finish my thought, he was like, but I will understand when you say no. Okay, great. So I just blocked you because I said no.
Hey.
Because it was gonna be a back and forth. Like I felt like he was gonna continue to play on my side, and then he turned around and sent the voice note before I could block him. Like, I really wish you the best as well. And like it was so condescending. I was like, yeah, I did the right thing.
I'm sure you did.
I would have flashed out. I would have flashed.
What about you, Fly?
I don't remember the question.
Have you ever ghosted a situation just because you didn't want to say no out loud?
Yeah, I feel like I have ghosted a situation because I didn't want to hurt somebody's feelings. I didn't want to tell her no that I wasn't interested in her, and it was just easier to ghost. I feel like I had said it in so many words. And at this point, like, you steady texting me stuff, and it's like, I've already told you no, I was not interested. You're trying to force me to be at this point. So at this point, I'd rather just not even answer you than say no again. So bye. Take that as I feel like that was probably the best way to tell her no.
You blocked her?
No, I don't block people. Anybody can reach back out to me because I don't care. I don't block you. I just never responded. Just left it as that. That was my way of saying no because it's like I already told you.
She never responded back.
No, I mean, no.
Like
After
later?
that, no, because she had sent the text message was so long. I feel like there was nothing else she could re-say. Like, what else is she gonna talk about, girl? The answer is no. Let it go. I don't care. Look, I don't have time, so yeah, I had to ghost her. I feel bad though because I don't like ghosting people.
Same.
Yeah, but I just feel like I had already told her she wasn't getting a clue, and it was like nothing else I could do besides ghost you.
Yeah, just straight cold
Yeah,
turkey.
like for you to understand what I'm telling you, like so.
Meek?
Back when I was on the sidewalk, I had to go someone because I don't think my nose were loud enough.
And your nose are loud.
It wasn't loud enough.
That's crazy. That's a
Fly know
toxic
that person when I had to flat out go. Well, he don't know him, but he remember the situation. The dude started calling from a different number.
I never understand when people do that.
Yeah, it got a little.
That's scary.
Yeah, I feel like that's just so weird. I feel like you only can do that if you've been in a relationship with somebody.
You can't do that at all.
If I've been with you for 10 years or something, and then it's like, okay, girl, you know I love you. Like, you can stop playing.
You
with
better
me.
go old school,
Like,
be
answer
outside
the
with your
phone,
homeboys
like,
and the vest on in the
But
desert.
if I don't
Thankfully,
know
he
you-
ain't been to the Kimball Castle, so that wasn't a
Right.
problem. But that
Yes.
dude was, yeah.
That's my goodness.
Well, I thought I said it. Guess wasn't loud enough.
Right.
See,
He
and
started-
anybody who said I was mean for blocking people from the carrier, that's why you can't call from different numbers.
Yeah, but you can't.
Not with the carrier. You can't create a text free or
Yeah, I
nothing.
heard
No, but I
that.
think you had a different number though. Like,
No.
If he had a different number altogether, that's fine. I'm finna block both of them.
well, yeah,
But you know how some people, they do like text free apps or other apps where you can use like maybe Google Meet or things like that. Oh yeah, it takes all
oh
of
no,
that.
I mean,
You're not using the IMEI.
yeah, I don't know. Try.
Listen, I'm a little hacker when I need to be. I'm hacking
Yeah, I
everything
guess
but
so.
my
I'm
credit
not-
score.
Thankfully, the second block was enough. But
Yeah.
I remember Fly was like, no, that ain't it. It's gonna hit. I was like, I know, I'm trying to shake it. But anyway,
Like
Out of there.
what's a petty or hilarious note that you've given recently?
That I've given personally. Let me think. I don't know what you got. I don't know.
Me, I told my kids I wasn't cooking fish and spaghetti because they ain't helped me do something yesterday. I thought I forgot.
Mama, you still gonna cook that fish and spaghetti?
Not at all. And the gag is the stuff I made sure the ingredients weren't in the house for them to cook it either. Oh, yeah.
For real.
I ain't even go to the store. Eat what's in there.
That is funny.
Yeah, they pissed me off. I just asked one thing. That was it.
That is funny. Oh, I don't know. Let me think. I feel like I'll be doing
petty.
petty stuff so much I don't even remember.
Baby, that's your day to day. Like
I
the
know.
minutes.
Exactly. So like, I'm like, what did I tell? What was the last thing? Like I told somebody no. I don't know. I can't get over this one no from this last week. That's why I'm still focused on.
I see.
I know that,
one,
bothered me. I don't know.
that
why.
one vexed
Like,
your spirit.
It did. I ain't used to
I'm
nobody just
sorry.
flat out telling me no. Like
Good,
just
good,
quit,
good. I
just
love
no.
that for
I'm like,
her.
This is
no.
the cancer?
Yeah. That like low key, threw me. But I feel like I don't say no that often for me to think of it, and if I do, it is something that's really petty. So because I am petty like that. Like, oh, you know what?
Yeah, give it to us.
So that girl and her homegirl had texted me last weekend, like in the middle of the night, asking me for my taco truck address.
At the same time or in a group
No,
chat?
they was together, but she wasn't texting me, so she got her friend to text me to ask me where it was at. She was like, "Oh, where that taco truck at that you gonna talk about?" I said, "No, I don't know." She was like, do you know the name of the taco truck?" And I was like, "No." So that's probably what's the pettiest. Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't know the name of
funny.
it. I know where it's at.
I was gonna say the thing is that's why I was looking at you like
Look,
that. I knew you really
yeah,
didn't remember
look,
the name.
I don't
of
know
it.
the name,
but
but
you
I know
know
where
how
it's
to
at.
tell what. Yeah,
Exactly.
you know
That's
the
why I told her
directions.
no. Still, like, tomorrow, stop playing with me. No, I don't. Now leave me alone. So yeah, that was probably the last petty no I said to somebody, and I'll do it again.
Would have got away with it.
I would probably say the last petty no was before we hit record. No,
That sounds about right.
you
Which
can't have my
time?
queso.
Which
Right?
time? The
No.
queso, the snacks.
No.
You counted a snack too, and he still said no.
Well,
He
I offered. I
childish.
gave an offer of what I was willing to give. So my no was firm.
And y'all know the price of eggs. This man wanted this lady's 1 ounce of happiness she could have today.
The fact that he
important.
thought I was about to cook is crazy.
I thought you should have cooked.
Why'd you?
But-
No, we're not gonna do that today. Not today, sir. But my petty no was no. You can't have my queso
Right? And
because it's my dinner. When you walk out my house,
Like she ain't ate today.
I haven't. Yeah,
That
so
was
mind
a
your
petty
business.
no.
Yeah, then
And
we're
I'm
not,
still not standing on that no. I should have just took the case.
we ain't never fight. We have never fought.
But today,
And you and I been friends for how long? About 10 years.
get knocked
You
out.
just gonna find out today.
Just to dip me with the chips
I'm
in
saying-
that queso.
Pick open that purse for me.
I ain't got to, baby. Send a laptop back.
Oh, Lord. Oh, get that off the table, boy. These some thugs.
Baby, please. This is Texas. We love the Second Amendment.
Look, I can't get to mine fast enough. You gonna do what?
Don't worry about it.
Just
You know, this
sitting
when
on
they
the
say
table.
that this is when the little sister be bigger than the big sister.
Hand
Baby
it
D
over.
checking in. Got it.
Hand it over.
It's registered.
That boy, you want some
And I'm
queso?
licensed, 'cause what?
No, I don't even want
Not
You
that.
still hungry?
Okay. But you won't eat an apple in this. I wouldn't want nothing else in here.
That's crazy. Got me saying no.
And that, my friends, are boundaries.
I love that.
So I guess this question would be for Cookie. But if, Fly can chime in, that'd be great too. So why do you think Black women in particular struggle with feeling like we always have to say yes and be available?
Black women, from a Black woman standpoint, I think it's because we're always taught resilience and that we're so stern that we try to beat that narrative and we start softening and it becomes too low key. It becomes too soft, we become a doormat, and that's where that stay down for the come up attitude comes from, that ride or die attitude. I was just talking to somebody about that earlier. And it becomes such a practice to where now it's habitual. And it's hard to come from that without feeling guilty.
Right.
Without feeling guilty. So that's why I think society had a lot to do with that, to be honest.
I would agree with that. I think we're nurturers by nature.
So
saying no is kind of, I think it throws everyone off. It throws your man off. It throws your job off. It throws your kids off because we're used to, at the end of the day, having to suffer in silence a lot of times.
we take the sacrifice.
Yeah. So the sacrifice of y'all eat the big piece of chicken, I eat what's left.
Not
what
today. I
mean?
eat in the driveway.
I can't wait.
My bad.
No, I'm just saying, just the overall at work, can you put this more extra thing on your plate? Can you get this out by the end of the day? And they're so used to saying yes, like, yeah, I got it. So when we say no, it just really throws them off in any capacity. So, yeah. Although you're not a woman, a Black woman, do you have a thought on that, Fly?
I do feel like it's hard for Black women to say no because I feel like it's a stigma on them already being mean. So I feel like a lot of women try to say yes to seem more pleasing, to
Agreed.
be more digestible to people. So I feel like they are more inclined to say yes just for appearance purposes. I feel like it's something they may not want to do, but they do because they don't want to be seen as the negative person or the mean person or, strict or uptight. So I think that's really what it is.
That's true.
So,
A lot of times women do feel that way.
yeah.
Because then, especially if you're looking on social media, which is going to lead to my next question, when you see a lot of these men post on the Black woman is mean. That's why I'm dating women outside my race because y'all always hard on her, and all those kind of things. So you like, okay, dang, we can be agreeable too.
Yeah.
So let's be clear. However,
Yeah.
what are you asking of me that I'm saying no?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we're the most giving. So if we saying no and it's a hard stop, why are we saying that?
And that's why I feel like I'll have to explain. Because if I say no, it takes a lot for me to say no, like a hard no for sure.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. But do you guys think social media makes it harder for people to say no, especially with all the hustle culture and always available energy that people seem to have?
I think it's the opposite. I feel like it make it easier for people to say no now because I feel like now people feel like it's easier to enforce who you are and your boundaries and yourself because it's more acceptable to be yourself now. I feel like that's where social media is heading into being more real and more authentic and putting yourself out there. So I think now people are saying the power no as empowering. You know what I mean? So I think that's the new craze. So I feel like more people are going to start saying no now just to be more because of mental health and setting boundaries and overcoming stuff. So I feel like more people are going to start saying no than they probably used to because of social media.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it also has to do with the generation under us. They don't care about nothing.
Nothing.
They don't care. They leaving a job. They ain't giving no 2 weeks. They cuss you out. They gonna flick you out. They might pull a gun out.
Oh yeah,
They
they
just
say no.
like-
They say no with the quickness.
With the
yeah.
quick
Yeah.
and walk.
Yes.
Bye.
Yeah.
No explanation.
So what advice would you give to someone who feels scared to say no, especially to like family or close friends?
You know, like I feel like I do know people that's like that, and it low key irks me. Like
That's
it does. I be like, what you mean you ain't gonna tell them no? Like tell them no. Like we about to go. What's it called? I can't tell my mom no because she blah blah. Like that. I'm not gonna lie. That irks my soul. Like somebody who can't stand up and tell somebody no is something that does irritate me. Because I do feel like everybody should stand up for themselves, and I feel like saying no to people is a boundary and a self-confidence thing, and a like awareness of who you are. I feel like saying no empowers you to, stick to your guns, stick to your word, versus what somebody else has going on. So my advice is, believe in how you feel and stick to your guns. If it's no, then it's no. You know what I mean? You don't have to over-explain. I feel like most people do want explanations because it pleases the person that you're telling no to, makes it, softens the blow. Mm-hmm. But I do feel like everybody should be saying no when it comes to boundaries, when it comes to what you want and don't want. You know what I mean? Like they say, no means no. So unless it means yes.
I think for me, the closer, not the same, sir. I was thinking that
Going to jail.
to me, sometimes the closer the person is, the harder it is to say no.
Yeah.
Because you really don't want to disappoint the people that you love. So that's just something that you have to learn, especially when it's a detriment to you. And it doesn't have to be a physical detriment, but is it something that's going to inconvenience you?
Yeah.
And have you out in the cold? Is giving this last $100 going to make you late on your bill? It's just certain things that you have to start asking yourselves before you answer those questions. And advice, at like the topic of the show, no is a complete sentence.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
As an adult. That's just it.
A big one.
Yeah.
I hate
No.
the word no. What about you, Cookie?
You're going to be all right, just like everybody else.
I know.
Because listen, this is the piece that you cannot find. No. No.
Out of there. What's a no that you said that you felt like hurt somebody before?
Every time I say no.
You feel like every time you say no, hurt
Like,
somebody?
no, I ain't gonna hold you. All right, so y'all know I had this one ex that don't like no. Every time I say no, like that dude swear it's the end of the world. Bro.
That's how
Like I
feel.
just hurt, like I just stabbed him. It don't matter what the no for. You saw my text? Yeah. Why it took you 2 months to text me back? I ain't want to talk.
2 months is crazy.
What?
I don't want to talk to you.
Yo, that sound like the
Responded 2 months after I said, hey, it's crazy.
Bro, we've been fighting this fight
Girl said, I don't
23
wanna talk to
years.
you.
2 months later, what's up?
Right.
I ain't
Like,
even say that.
Look, how was your day? 2 months later, fine. What? What did I ask you?
What day?
I would do that.
Today or 2 months ago day? What day you talk about?
And like the no, like for him, he said because he got so used. That's a person where the no don't work.
Yeah.
So he said because he got so used to hearing no that when I ignored that cut, like he was like, bro, that ain't gonna lie. I was like, look, I had a lot going on already, and listen, that projection would have been crazy. Like you wouldn't have want to talk to me. You wouldn't even care. But knowing him, he probably didn't care. He would still retarded. But we can't say that word anymore. Sorry.
What about you, Nate?
Sorry, no R words. We love R's over here. Oh, let me just shut up.
Yeah, do that because what are?
But
What was that? The question of telling someone no?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like what's the like a
when you hurt somebody's feelings.
yeah, what's the no that you feel like you hurt somebody's feelings? Like the last no you told, but you feel like you probably hurt their feelings when you told them that.
Probably somebody's son who tried to come back.
Somebody who trying to spin a block,
Mm-hmm.
hit it with that. Nah, they ain't gonna work, my guy.
Yeah, because you're not gonna get to say me twice anyway.
Hurt that boy feelings. Oh, can we talk again? No. Like what? That do hurt though.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you spin the block and you like try to hope that they gonna be cool with you. You know what I mean? And you be like, hey, what's good? Can we talk? Can I call you? No. I'm like, oh wait, like for
What do you
real?
want to talk about?
Hey.
Me and
We
you, what you
done.
mean?
No.
Nah.
Nobody wanna talk to
Especially
you.
now, like, sir, I'm in a whole situation.
We
like, what are
busy
we doing?
around
Even
here.
if I wasn't,
And I could have been complete. I
could.
could be dollar bill single. You can.
Yes, leave me alone.
No. Yeah.
No is no, Mike.
Hey, who you telling? I know. Man, believe me, I hate the word no. People,
I think, and the reason why that probably stung because when I'm in a connection with somebody or even my family, like I said, people closest to me, it's harder for me to say no. Especially if it's not dangerous or detrimental or something that I really can do. I try to do it because I would like somebody returning energy to me because I usually don't ask questions, stuff that if I ask you for help, I need it. So when I do say no, I think that is kind of like a dagger even towards me. Yeah. So I try to kind of return the energy that I would like to see, even if people don't do that, but they learn the hard way sometimes. Mm-hmm. So when you're with me and you get this treatment of the yes and the things and you happy and you think you're going to go somewhere else and get that, and then you try to come back because you see you didn't get that and that's a no.
Stay there.
And you're going to feel that, like I told you, my block is cement.
What you say, Nick, they don't get to same you twice.
Yeah, so I don't know why you come back. So even if I was all of a sudden go try to talk, you're not gonna like me twice. You're not gonna like me twice.
It ain't even no change. That no, it's gonna be more frequent.
And it ain't even a fake no. You're just not gonna like me twice.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
they think you be playing when you say that.
Hey, that'll be real.
No, you're not gonna like me twice. And it ain't because it's the first part of me is fake. It's just actually the part of me is real. That's the genuine
the real
part.
That's what people don't understand.
That's the real part. The second part is like
because now there's a lack of trust.
Yeah.
So lack of trust.
You understand? You get the real version first. The second version is.
I think that's what irritates me. when you give somebody the real version first, and they mess that up, and then now I gotta be somebody I don't want to be, but you have to understand that I said what I said.
Right. And that's the element of you, just a different part of element.
Yeah.
You know.
That's the one who got to enforce the boundaries. That's your enforcer. You know what I mean?
Right. Because you try to go in with your eyes open and on guard because you trying to grow and build, and especially when you're intentional data like myself, you try to be that person. So when you not returning that energy and you mess up, you try to come back.
C'est la vie.
Yeah. Be cool. So last question, but before we get into our 30 plus therapy, and I start with this one. Finish the sentence. When I say no, I'm really saying yes to myself.
I was gonna say that's what I know. You said you was gonna start, but
that's it. Like
I thought it. You said it.
Well,
it's unanimous.
No, that's. If I'm telling
that's
you,
what it should be. To be honest,
that's what it is. I feel like when you tell somebody no, it's because you have to choose yourself over whatever that thing may be.
Yeah. And your
because
stuff
you
looks different. Yeah. Your stuff could be your peace. Your stuff could be a boundary.
Or
your stuff could be your pocket.
It could be something.
But that's exactly
because you was busy.
But like they say, you really can't pour from an empty cup. So if me saying yes to you is going to be detriment to me, I cannot help you.
Exactly.
I'm not finna go without.
Yeah, you have to say no to help yourself, plain and simple, or just to protect yourself. Like no is really a protection from something that doesn't serve you. So. Right. Like, you gotta just say no because it doesn't align with what I got going on right now.
Yeah, true.
It don't matter what it may be, even if it is the queso. You know what I'm saying?
Here we go.
Ain't they still
let's just go on to the next thing. So, every episode we try to have a 30 plus therapy where you guys either submit an audio or submit an email. We do not say any names. We just try to help your life. None of us are licensed therapists. So, you are proceeding with caution, and so are we. So here we go. Subject: am I wrong for saying no to being a bridesmaid again? Okay. Hey, y'all. I need some 30 plus therapy. One of my close friends is getting married for the third time.
Oh, Lord.
And asked me to be a bridesmaid again. I love her, but the dress, the events, the group chat drama, I just can't do it this time. I told her no nicely, and she got really offended. She was saying I wasn't being supportive, and this one is different. I'm 36, working on paying debt, and I barely have time for myself. And I just feel like I don't know anyone an explanation for protecting my time and my coins. But now I'm second guessing if I handle this the right way. Am I wrong for saying no? Should I have just sucked it up for the sake of the friendship?
Hell no. No, but why would you, to me, one, you never have to do anything that you don't want to do. So if you don't want to go to another wedding.
She didn't say she didn't want to go. She just said she
want to be a bridesmaid.
Yeah, she don't want to be a bridesmaid. She don't want to buy all that stuff for the third time.
Okay. Well, no, still no. I feel like you shouldn't feel no type of way for saying no because you're not obligated to be in somebody's wedding because they want you to, especially if you've already done it, twice. At this point, there's no point. It's like you got more friends. Let somebody else get a chance to be in your wedding. You know what I mean? I don't feel like you should feel any type of way because you've been there for them before. So you probably you get another chance to do it again. Just
I say catch me on the next
That's
one.
what I'm
'Cause
saying. Yeah, like if this the third one, and me personally, I'm a believer. Like if you get married 3 times, you probably gonna get married 5. But
if God say 3, then 6 it is.
like that's how I look at it, because at that point you just get married to get married, because your boy ain't get married more than once, and that's
Especially
that.
that baby said she 36. So how old is the friend?
Exactly.
I wonder was like one a courthouse and one was like what
I
was
don't
it
care if
giving?
it was a backyard or beach.
No,
at your
I ain't,
mama
I'm just
yard.
saying what is this giving? That she
No,
had
yeah.
3. We had to be 3
Different.
ceremonies. That's
I mean, yeah.
crazy.
I mean, I feel like, you know,
Yeah, for 3 bridesmaids.
you should definitely not feel any type of way for respecting your boundaries. And then if the person is upset about you coming, you can tell them that if they want you to be a bridesmaid, that they need to pay for all your stuff. And
Bingo.
like you'll be their support, but they need to take care of everything, and you don't need to think about nothing but show up. And then, I mean, I'm pretty sure she'll say no to that, and then y'all be even.
Right. I don't feel bad about 3 weddings, just like I don't feel bad about 4 baby showers. 'Cause what you're not finna do is keep having all this same type of event. You can't reduce, reuse, and cycle. No, baby. No. Get somebody else to do it. I will be there in spirit. I will get you a gift. I will sit in the front row, but I do not need to be part of the festivities
Baby,
for the
I
third
coordinate
time.
the wedding for I be a bride, third bridesmaid.
No, we're not doing it. Like Nene Lee said, bridesmaids. No, not doing it. Get somebody else. You have no other friends?
That's what I'm saying.
Or just be you and him with the pastor.
Because that's where I would have went.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Maybe
for,
this is the big wedding.
for
Maybe the
somebody
other two
who
was trash.
just cleared her closet out for several bridesmaid dresses, whether they were repetitive or a bunch of them. Shout out to everybody who's got married recently in the last 5 years. But you know, I've had friends with multiple weddings, and yeah, like no.
That is a task.
It
and
is
it's
a task.
It's a huge. It's a financial.
It's a financial strain.
Yeah.
It really is, especially if you have to go to the same place as everybody. And 9 times out of 10, y'all know now all my friends is all over the state or out of state. So that means that I have to trust what I see online or pray that, for example, this big name vendor is the same in y'all city too, you know. And now we all out here looking like a rainbow because everybody got different renditions of a certain color. Like, yeah, no. And I was so upset that dress still had the tag on it, y'all, because that wedding didn't even happen.
I had one of those. I didn't even go pick up.
See, I had picked it up because we had to buy it that day. So here I was being proactive because I'm excited. I said, baby, the way I should have went on a paper plane like everybody else. Trying to be responsible.
I don't
So
even
yeah,
go to weddings, so I don't know.
I love weddings, but
I don't know nobody getting married.
I don't think, and change your friends. I don't. I just think that you are not obligated, ma'am. If she is that upset and saying you're not supporting her, first of all, how deep is y'all bond? If that's all it take for her to be gone. Like that's not that serious. You should be able to still attend the wedding in the audience and have a good time. I've been in. There are close friends of mine who I didn't go and be a part of their wedding party, and I was okay. I didn't feel no way.
Yeah, but they probably did.
Yeah.
No, they didn't. They didn't ask me. They bad.
Oh no, they
And
No,
they
they
went-
didn't ask you.
And they
Yeah,
wedding
they
was
ain't
in
worried about
shambles
it.
too. They wedding definitely was shambles. I did feel the way that they asked me to help out with some things that the other people that was appointed should have been doing. But again, I didn't give that no.
Okay.
So that's it.
Well, girl, I'm gonna tell you now.
Keep your coins.
Yeah.
Your
And if she
coin.
get mad, then that ain't
Oh,
your
well,
friend. and
that's
that
not your
person.
friend.
Exactly. Tell her you'll catch the next one.
I was
And
about to
tell her
say,
they got a site. What's it called? It's Bridesmaids for Rent or something. I don't know. I signed up. I did.
But if you do
'Cause
go
they
to the
pay
wedding and need a date, holla at your boy.
she not going that wedding.
Oh,
let's go ahead and wrap this up.
You ain't
'cause
going.
we're
You
not
just
doing
said
this.
you don't like weddings, but the food
I didn't
might
say
be
that. I said I
good.
don't know nobody who had no weddings.
You said
I
you
like
don't like
weddings.
weddings.
That's free food and free liquor. How's she talking about?
All right.
I'm having a
I'm
cash
just
boy for
saying,
that reason.
Listen, if nobody told you today, let me be the first. You don't need a reason. Don't need a whole story. No is a full sentence, period. Protect your time, protect your peace, and remember, every time you say no to what drains you, you're saying yes to what feeds you. Make sure you're following the 30 Plus podcast on our social media. Make sure you're sending 30 Plus Therapy at the 30 Plus Podcast at gmail.com. Make sure you like, subscribe, all the things to the 30 Plus Podcast. And like we like to say after every episode, Be good. And if you can't be good, at least be good at it. See you when we see ya. Peace.